Hey everyone, welcome back to Caesar's Freedomstead. Well, been out for a while here, but wanted to show you what we were up to. We've been so busy with everything going on, we haven't really been able to make any videos. But today I'm going to give you an update on everything we've been up to. So it's been quite a while, so you'll see quite a bit out here. So we've actually been in the process of creating basically a backyard suburban food forest here out in the neighborhood. I think we're the only ones out here with such a thing. So I want to just kind of walk you guys through all this here that we got. So right here we have where everything gets started. This is where the magic happens. If you remember this from our last house, from our last videos, we just don't have the covering on the greenhouse because it just gets too hot here in Florida. So it's hot enough in there. So we'll just start over here and I'll show you guys what's going on. So we have all of our morning glories kind of growing up on the trellis here of the greenhouse, and it's giving us good shade when we're working in there, and in the mornings it has a bunch of morning glory flowers opening up. And this is pretty much where we do all our work. So we got our waterers, we got some extra dirt, we have some of our things here on the side. Everything we need to work with is over here that has gone out here in the garden for about half of what we got out there. One of the main things we're doing right now is papayas. See, all of these are papayas. There's tons of papayas. Look at all these baby papayas. Lots of papayas. And we have our pepper plants and our herbs. There's our rosemary, and we have some other herbs that are dying, and more papayas. So we got a lot of papayas in here. We're trying to get a bunch of papayas going. We're going to put some on the market to sell, and we're going to plant some more out here in the garden. So this is pretty much all that's going on in our greenhouse right now. So, and right next to that, we planted some enormous banana trees. So this is actually 2 banana trees, and it's got some pups down here, some babies that are coming up. We might try to extract those. But here we got a big giant bananas trees. And these are less than a year old. So over here we have another tree here. Now most of what I'm showing you here is going to be fruit trees. We wanted to try to create just like a, throughout the year, just fruit production from all kinds of different trees here. So that's basically what we'll be showing on this video here, is just all a bunch of fruit trees and other things that we have planted. I'll go through those. But we have the banana tree here. But before I go on here, we'll just show you in the back here. Some of these plants here are kind of on their last heel here, but we have this was a little bit of a flower garden back here. We'll go over there in a second. We'll go over there next. But right here next to the banana, this is the mulberry. We just planted this not too long ago, so it's not very big. I gotta clip it a little bit. It's got some diseased leaves. But this is the mulberry. That's a Pakistani mulberry. So this is gonna take a while to grow, but once it does, it'll be some great fruit. One thing we've been doing is putting this this gardener trim around, and then filling up with mulch, about 2 to 3 inches of mulch everywhere here. This is something that we've just started doing, so it's not on every tree yet. We just started doing this the other day. That's the mulberry. Right here next to it we have the mango tree. So these are all very very young, obviously, because if you just seen our last video, it was only like maybe 2 months old, 1 month old. We didn't really have these out here, so these we had just purchased and planted them. But this right here, this mango tree is doing amazing. See all this kind of a brownish orange colored leaves here? This is all new growth, and we planted this maybe less than a month ago. So this thing's growing really well. It loves it. Went ahead, obviously gave it some good mulch to keep that moisture in, because here in Florida it does get super hot, and you're pretty much at the mercy of the rainy season if it comes. This year we haven't had that great of a rainy season. Right here, this one here is like an orange tangerine type of tree. Now it looks kind of weird right now because I've been clipping it up and trying to spur more growth, because I thought it was dying at one point, but it looks like more growth is coming. I am not going to touch it. we'll just let it grow naturally and see what happens. But this guy did have fruit on him when we first got him. But we're gonna let him go. He looks like he is starting to come back. Over here is that flower garden here. Now right here we have hibiscus. Now this was a tiny plant. I probably showed it in one of my earlier videos, but that's a hibiscus, and we have some other things growing. Oregano, this is growing madly like crazy. We dry a lot of that. And got some more flowers over here. These are blueberries that we bought. Still got to find out where in the lawn we're going to put them. And some birds of paradise. We're going to put those somewhere as well. And we got some other flowers down under here. This right here was a butterfly bush. The monarchs, well, I would say the caterpillars and other bugs have been eating up the leaves like crazy, but it comes back. It eventually comes back. Here again is out of the enormous banana trees. We like it because it produces a lot of good shade. Get some banana trees. Just put a chair over here and just hang out under the shade. And we like getting the palms. Marina likes the palms. We're gonna have privacy palms. So this right here is growing in a container. And we have them kind of sporadically throughout the fence here, as you can see. We'll go through those. And also, so we have the palms, but we also have these papayas. We're starting to plant the small papayas. You see, so there's a papaya, here's a palm, there's a bigger papaya, and another palm, and another papaya. You see, we're just kind of do a palm papaya, and this is gonna create a good, just like privacy fence over here near the water. So papaya, it's another palm, obviously, and there's a big papaya. So he's got actually has a huge papaya fruit on him. I cannot wait for him to be done, 'cause that looks so yummy. He's got a ton of flowers up there too. Those are all turning into papayas. So really awesome tree to buy if you can grow them where you're at and your climate is a papaya tree. They give so much fruit, and they do it rather quickly. This tree is less than well, it's not less than a year old. We planted it less than a year. It was about the size of this guy when we bought it, about a quarter of the size. But now it's this big, 6 months later. So it's doing well. Can't wait for that papaya. Now, kind of broke the string here. There's no palm here. There's just another papaya. But there's a palm there. Off here to the side, got like a little grape trellis here. If you guys were following our videos for a while, back at our last place, we had a nice grape trellis I'd put my chair under. But I'm just doing like a little thing here until I figure out what we're gonna do with these grapes. These are just 2 grapes here running along this tomato trellis. And palm. And right here, these are my 2 olives. I keep these olives inside of these containers here. They just love it in the containers. These are my 2 olives. So really like olive trees. If you want a nice little tree that's like kind of decorative outside or in your house, get an olive tree. These things are cool. They're just really nice to look at. And they're not super growers, so they'll kind of stay in your house for a while, but I like these. Got some flowers down here. And right here is a starfruit tree. So I have starfruit here. I don't know if it has any flowers. It's got a couple flowers over here. I don't know if you can see those, but it has a couple flowers. And got some more hibiscus here that we grew. Go ahead and plant it over here. Another palm, he's not doing too well. Another hibiscus. This one's in a container. Over here, not sure what we're gonna do with this guy here. This was a fig. He was pretty old. We tried to plant him and bring him back to life, but he's still struggling. So if any of you guys out there know a good trick to bring struggling figs back to life, go ahead and leave it in the comments for me, because I am trying to figure out what I could do for this guy to bring him back. I have been clipping him, cutting off branches, giving him some new fertilized soil and things, watering him. Nothing seems to be working, so let me know. White eggplants. And right here is a guava. So we have a nice guava tree here. He's still really small. again. A lot of this stuff we just planted not too long ago. So there's a guava. Another banana. And these are all dragon fruit. Dragon fruit, dragon fruit, dragon fruit, dragon fruit. Now this one right here, I know you guys are going to say something about the way that I built this thing here. I just got it in a tomato cage. I know it's supposed to be on a big like wooden structure or growing up something. I am going to be building something. Not yet. I need to get to the store and get some wood and figure out how I'm going to build it. But I need to cut off some of these as well and just transplant. I'll show you guys how to do that. I've transplanted almost all of these here. These are all transplants. I'm going to kind of cut this up and transplant the pieces and grow more. Very easy to cultivate these. So these are all dragon fruit. There's yellow dragon fruit, and there's the traditional dragon fruit with the white flesh in the inside as well. So these are all dragon fruit. Marina doesn't like those too much. I like them. They're like cactuses in your backyard. That's why I had to put these little cages and trellises around them so nobody bumps into them and gets poked. And back here, got some more flowers. This right here is an avocado tree inside of a container. We'll plant that in the ground soon somewhere, not sure where. And more flowers here. All right, and right here we have, excuse me, two very large moringa trees with a bunch of the pods on them. These fruit seed pods, however you want to call them. There's tons of them. I got to cut them out. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with them. But these are moringa trees. You can eat the leaves, you can eat the pod fruits, pretty much eat everything on here. I've eaten them. They're all right. They say it's high in nutrition, but I still feel the same. No matter how much I eat. My blood work's still the same too. Nothing changes. So they're just cool trees to have. It's cool to be able to just eat some leaves. So I don't know about the whole miracle thing. Maybe. All right, over here, looks like an overgrown mess, but these are actually more palms growing. So we'll extract those soon. But Marina went ahead and she planted all these palms over here, and we'll extract them when they're ready. There's our garden bed. Nothing going on in there. Just making more compost. So right now it's just a compost pile. So earlier videos you guys saw the tomatoes and Swiss chard and kale and everything else that was in there. Right now there's nothing. It's too hot right now. It's August in Florida, and it's 95 every day. Super hot. Kills all the vegetables and stuff unless you have a good shaded area. Now this is shaded right now because this is kind of mid-morning, but as soon as noon hits, man, it's just 95 beating on this area for 8 hours. It's no good. And 2 more bananas. We grew a lot of bananas because bananas give some good shade as well as giving a lot of fruit. So there's those moringas again. So here's a good overview here. So this is, like I said, this is a neighborhood that we live in now. So this is just our backyard. So we're gonna have things for the kids out here. We got to fit everything in here. So, but 2 years time, you guys stick with me long enough, you'll see that all these things will be enormous. And so everything will be shaded. It'll be nice to be out here in the summer. We can actually do things out here in the summer. Everything will be shaded with these large trees, and we'll be able to just hang out, sit in a chair and eat fruit and enjoy our lives on our days off. It'll be nice. So there's everything here. And another banana right here. So that's about everything, guys. Just wanted to show you what we're up to. I'll try to keep you guys up to date. I'm so sorry. It's been pretty crazy with everything going on. This is basically what we do when we have time to just come out here on the weekends or have a day off in the middle of the week. So that's that. Well, if you guys enjoyed this and you're not a part of the channel, go ahead and subscribe and like, and welcome you to the channel. And I will try to keep you guys you know, posted with some new stuff that we do. Because we will be planting a whole lot more papayas and a couple other things out here. I really want to plant a jackfruit, but there's not enough space out here for a jackfruit tree. Those things get enormous. So, but, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.